Morning. Oh. Good morning. It's time. Oh. Oh, yo, yo. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's try that. How's that? Oh, trying things. Always trying things. Experimental lifetime. Oh, yo, yo. Hard to wake up this morning, and yet I couldn't go back to sleep either. I was led in bed and I was wide awake. You know how it is. Well, or not. Or do you? I mean, there's a lot of talk over the last blah years about, being awake. Oh, you're part of that woke. It's like, stop with the name calling, will you? Will you please stop with name calling, Miss Moneypenny? I don't think it's important. I mean, we can have fun, right? But boy, oh boy, I can go about and function with this amount of sleep in my head right now, and nobody's going to know what's going on and whether I'm awake or asleep. Doesn't matter. As long as I'm not doing any harm, you see. You've got to not do harm. You've got to not hurt people. Knowingly hurting people. Now, you can disassociate. That's important. There are certain people in your life that are bugging the crap out of you. You all got them. You have. Anyway. Take a break. If you still feel attracted to being in their vicinity, go back in and be kind and see if it makes any difference to them. And if it doesn't, and they still are being the sort of person you don't want to associate with, then don't associate with them. That's my advice. Many years ago, when this whole nonsense of, the whole stupid, I've got a cold. Oh my God, it's, whatever. Anyway, all that COVID nonsense. But when that started up and people ran into, came closely associated with their base self that was panicked and into believing something, they believed it quick enough that it's going to cure all these things, right? They believed it quick enough, but to unbelieve something takes a particularly strong person, and to be weakened by fear and then to defend that fear. Yoo-hoo! That's almost like the... Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Plane going over. It's funny, it's a propeller plane. Wonder if time's slipped What if time has slipped back? For many people, that would be ideal for them. A lot of people want to go back. Time is kind of fluid, but I won't get into that talk because I'm not really awake. But wouldn't it be funny if you went to bed in 1920, went to bed in 2024, and you woke up in 1924 with all the knowledge that you've got from here, from today, but you went to sleep 2024, woke up, and it was 1994. 1924. Sorry, not 2024. But I often use the mechanics, you know. Got to keep using the kidneys and the brain, but it's not just the brain, it's the heart. It's all of us. And then projecting it into the mind so as I can have an imagination that which is imagined, that's in front of me is imagined. Often I'll meander on something like that in my head, and that'll be fun for hours and hours and hours, playing at the idea that I went to bed in one century and woke up in another. That's very appealing. I'd like it to be. See, I'd like to jump forward. That would be better for me. But to actually know some part of what the world, some part. I mean, I don't know what the truth is all the time, obviously. But I did speak to some very old people when I was very young, so 1924 is not out of my grasp of human experience, direct human experience through older relatives. My grandfather, for instance, used to talk to me about the wars. But 1924, I mean, that would be a good year to come to wake up in with the knowledge you have now, because it was between two ridiculous wars, two completely unnecessary and ridiculous wars. And to see if, with the knowledge you have now, you could avert the need for war, having just lived through one and going into it, you know, I mean, it would be really interesting. So I'm going to do a mind melt with my imaginary situation of, I mean, I don't open the curtains now because I want it to be 1924 outside. But of course, I'm talking to you on modern technology. That I'm really grateful for. I mean, if it wasn't for this piece of hardware, I wouldn't be talking to you through the radio waves. The magic of the radio waves. Well, talking of which, I mean, I'm being a little remiss with my sister. My sister is in England, so I'm going to have to get her on the old Black Mirror, chat to her, because it's coming up to Christmas. Oof, it's happy holiday time. Kwanzaa. Tell me, when will you be mine? Tell me, Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa, Kwanzaa. Yes, Kwango, Kwango, Kwango. What is it? I mean, casting spells. You know what's happening in the conspiracy world right now is, and I say conspiracy world because there seems to be a label that's been slapped on that people are willing to take, and it's like, who cares what you call me? I don't care what you call me. Well, when it sticks, and when it sticks around, and then everything you do is associated with that particular thing, you know, it becomes kind of like, oh well, that's what other people think, I don't care. Well, you got to be careful name calling people. It's not nice. I don't mean like you shouldn't, but I'm saying, because I don't believe in shoulds or shouldn'ts, but it's like it's very easy to create an enemy. It's not very easy to create a friend in a society that mistrusts each other. And the trouble with conspiracy theories is they're slightly enticing because it's like a mystery, and then you work out, oh wow, this is what I thought, but it's not that, it's this, and you keep going, and it's I find it interesting and curious, but the person next to me might look at it and go, what a nutter, I know that black is red, you know, it's like whatever, but that's okay. I mean, got to be really, really careful with this name calling nonsense, because it divides us up, you know, and it gives us a reason to go, oh, and oh yes, of course, yes, I understand, it's okay, and people go, oh okay, and they walk away and they go, can't, you know, whoa, and it's like, even in your mind when you're doing that, you gotta remember that the disassociation that you are trying to attain doesn't need to be mean. And this is where it all goes wrong. It doesn't need to be mean. It just has to be sincere. And you just got to go, okay, it's fine. You don't have to tell the person either, because you know that's going to rile them up. But it's like, again, it's tough with those in close association with you, family members. I mean, keeping them at a distance. I mean, it's hard. And I don't mean physical distance, but although that does actually provide that breathing space necessary for a persistent family member who wants, and I mean friend or family member that you've disassociated with somewhat, who wants to creep back into your life because they want to vindicate their wrongness. Did you hear that? Vindicate their wrongness to you, to prove to you that they are not the person that needs to be disassociated with. Well, that person has become incredibly sociopathic at that stage because they can't let you let go of them. I know. Ooh, what a conundrum. But it's not. Not really. You have to just learn to deflect things a little bit. I've been incredibly gifted with an armor that I wear, and if somebody really comes up and starts like tapping on my armor, it's like, what? Oh, I got my armor on. What do you want? No, you can't come inside my armor. It's up for a reason. Okay. See you later. Maybe not. All right. See what I mean? They just can't let you go. tough times. I have a friend, a former friend, who desperately wants vindication for his wrongdoing, because I said to him very plainly, no, we're done. You stay over there and I'll stay over here. We're done. And he gives it a few days and then accidentally bumps into me. Oh no, did you? Oh, your team won the other day. And I'm like, we're done. And I have to be strong, even though I'm the one disassociating with him, because he needs that validation, that vindication for who he is from me. That's rubbish. He shouldn't need that. But I say shouldn't, see? If he desperately needs that, then I had told him why we're distanced, and he can't accept my reasoning. And it's my reasoning. This is a tough talk. I've only just woke up and I'm having this talk that's on very serious issues, because they are serious issues. Who you associate with in your daily life has a profound effect on who you are. It does. I don't associate with very many people, maybe on a daily basis, maybe one or two, maybe three or four. That's about it. And it's normally the same bunch of people. And I've probably got an expanded family of a couple of hundred people that I know and associate with. And I choose not to disassociate with them, but I don't see them very often. And then when I talk to them, if they're a close friend I've known for years, it's like we pick up just like that. It just doesn't. It's like there's no gap. So it's really, for me, it's really, who are you comfortable with? I mean, the level of comfort I have with people that I'm very close to. I mean, it has to be. Sorry. Ooh, I'm getting too comfortable. But the level of comfort, you see, the level of comfort that you have with the people you associate with is dependent on your participation, that voluntary participation. All right. That's it, really. Too many people dividing people, too many people distancing people with hate. You can't distance with hate. That does you harm. You just disassociate. You want nothing to do with that person. All right. Happy holidays. Happy holiday. Boom, boom. Happy holiday. Happy holidays. Never made a Christmas song. You know why? Not really into Christmas. Never really was. Always found it to be a strange time. Excuse me. Even as a child. I liked it when my kids were young and I could buy them things and they got excited. But even then, it was just like buying them things as they get excited. It's like a birthday. Oh gosh, it is a birthday, isn't it? It's the birthday of that bloke. He was a good bloke. The Nazarene. What was his name? Thousands of years ago, but we celebrate his birthday. Oh, he's got the same name as our gardener. That's it. Pedro. No, Jesus of Nazareth. That's right. They only had a few hits. That first album was I mean, it was just, to me, it was soft metal, Nazareth. Headbanging stuff. But Jesus of Nazareth went on to be much more famous than the band he was in. Yeah. Oh, soccer today. It's going to be a football match that I want to watch today. What day is it? Thursday, December 19th, 2024. Yes, Manchester United will play today against Tottenham in a League Cup. I think it's a quarter-final or semi-final. No, it'll be quarter-finals, I expect. But, that'll be a good game, especially with Manchester United coming back and Tottenham being like one of those teams that can either be absolutely brilliant or absolutely shit at the moment. It seems like, so it's a good pairing. It'll be a good game today, I think. I hope my team turns up, and I hope the other team turns up, because it would make it more interesting. When I say turns up, I mean be on their game. I like to be on my game on every day. That's why I wake up in the morning and greet the day as if it's a brand new day. I know there's remnants of the past that are coming up to hit me on the back of the head, but there's also the wake from that and pushing me along, and then there's the forward projection of me, which eventually will have a second cup of coffee. Beyond that, maybe watch a football match, soccer, and then who knows? Who knows the secret of the black magic box? That was from a commercial when I was a child. Gosh, commercials. I can remember when commercial television just started out in England, because we had the BBC, which would tell you what to do. And then with the ITV, they would sort of coerce you into what you do. The television in the corner of your room is trying to tell you what to do. And I'm telling it, fuck off. Bye-bye. Anyway. Yeah, I can remember some of those early commercials. Like the jingles would get stuck in your head as a kid. It was intentional, obviously, but yeah. Who knows the secret of the black magic box? And it was advertising a box of chocolates, of course. Completely worthless to your, nice, tasty little treat, but really it was just, oh dear. Black magic. All the jingles are coming back in my head now from those commercials. For hands that wash dishes can be soft as your face, with mild green fairy liquid. So washing up the dishes. I mean, this is all pre-dishwasher shit, and all the modern technology which allows you to just like basically stay in bed and live your life through machines. Oh, I might have been on here too long. Yeah, I have. Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to go. Stay organic. Stay organic. Sure, you can play with the toys of technology, but stay organic. And I know what you mean, and you know what I mean. All right, don't be dumb. Don't let technology run you. Let you run it if you want. I am right now, but I'm also going to stop it. I love you. Happy holidays. Have a good day today. Try not to be tricked into a incredible consumer holiday. Love you.